everyone, welcome back to my channel, Meals with Matt. Alright family, so today we're going to do oven smoked turkey legs, and then we're going to stuff them with dirty rice, and then we're going to top them with a really nice cream sauce, a lemon cream sauce that we're going to make. Of course, we're going to add a little bit of white wine to it as well. And then our cocktail on the end is going to be a mango orange daiquiri, frozen daiquiri. I know you guys will enjoy that. Again, this is paying homage to one of the great black-owned restaurants back home in Texas, the Turkey Leg Hut. And what they have created is a culinary art masterpiece. All right, so we're gonna do my take on it today. You guys excited? Let's go. Welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on our turkey legs. Okay, so the first thing is we brined our turkey legs overnight. All right, I did this last night. I went ahead and made me a nice brine and put our turkey legs in that. And they've been in my refrigerator going through the brine process, soaking up all those flavors and everything overnight. So what did I put in my brine? So in my brine, I used Cajun seasoning, I used onion powder, garlic powder, salt, a little bit of brown sugar, and some black pepper. Also, I put a little bit of liquid smoke in there as well. Now, the purpose of doing the brine is so that, especially a meat like turkey, I want to be able to try and get as much flavor and juice into the turkey so that when it cooks, it still retains a lot of that moisture and juiciness as it cooks, right? So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and pull them out. And here's our first one. I only did I did 3 of them, okay? So we're just going to lay those out like that. There's the first one. There we go. Here's the second one. Just like that. Oh, that looks beautiful. It's good. And here's the third. Let's get it out. Just like that. Alright. Alright, so we got them off the brine. So the next thing we want to do is pat them dry. Alright. I'm just going to take my paper towel here and I'm just going to pat them dry. Alright. Like I said, I let them sit overnight. I started this about 9 o'clock last night. They went down and in the brine, and then I put them in the refrigerator. So it started about 9 o'clock last night. So like I said, overnight, and then here this afternoon I just took them out. So they really had a chance to soak up a lot of good flavor from my brine. All right, and the recipe for the brine, I'll put it in my in the link below. All right, and like I said, doing a brine is great. It actually gives you a chance to impart a lot of flavor and retain a lot of the juices that you want for your turkey or any meat that you do throughout its cooking process. All right, so now we're going to do our injection. All right, so I have here 2 sticks. I did 2 sticks of salted butter. All right, that we're gonna inject. So the first thing I'm gonna add to this is my onion powder. I'm gonna follow behind that with some garlic powder, about 2 tablespoons, and then my Cajun seasoning. All right, we're gonna add all of that in just like that. All right, then I'm gonna take my whisk and stir that all in. All right. Now I can take my injector. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out just like this. All right. You can go ahead and start injecting into the turkey. And I like to come from the bone up, just so that I know that I'm getting the larger portions of the turkey legs. And you might get a little bit that comes out through that. That's fine. All right, especially when you come in from that angle. And with the 2 sticks of butter, that should be about enough to get you, where you want to be as far as your turkey legs. Especially if you're going to do about 3, but I would tell you it's just your preference how much you're going to use and how many you're going to have. All right. And I will tell you, injecting gives you that chance to add just so much more flavor to your meat as you cook it. And so our earlier episode, I did one earlier. I did smothered turkey legs. These the ones I'm doing today are going to be stuffed. I did smothered turkey legs, and I did them out on my pit. And so it's kind of like I'm reversing everything. Usually when you would do this, the stuffed ones, you would do it just like you would do traditional turkey legs, the ones you would get at the carnival or like back home in Texas at the football games. You know, that was always the big thing, you know, at PV's homecoming. You would go and, man, you could just smell the trucks that would have the turkey legs going. So there you go, just like that. So I'm kind of doing the reverse. So these I'm gonna actually do on the grill. I mean, I'm gonna do in my oven. All right, instead of putting them out on the grill, I'm gonna do them on my oven. All right, got a little bit of okay. Check that one right there. All right. So now I got them all injected. All right. So the next thing is, now that I have that done, I can take what I have left, and this is what we're actually going to base and coat our turkey legs with. The same seasoning that's left over, I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna put onto the turkey leg. So that same flavor, the same seasonings that we put into the turkey leg, we're now gonna put on the outside. Just like that, guys. We're gonna get a lot of good flavor with this. And like I said, this mixture, you know, feel free to have added. Like I said, I did a nice Cajun seasoning with mine. Onion powder, garlic powder. Just kept it real simple. All right. Do it just like that. Do it one more time. Oh, that looks good. That looks amazing. All right, let me flip these over just like this. And we're going to do this all over again. Again, we just want to try, because turkey itself, the meat of turkey itself, this is the dark meat portion of it. It can be, you know, relatively bland. So we want to try and impart as much flavor into the turkey as possible. All right. And we just always want to continue to build those flavors, build those layers of flavors. All right. And with this turkey, even though we're going to stuff it with the dirty rice and then top it with the white wine cream sauce, we still want that turkey leg almost to just stand alone on its own. All right. All right. So we've done that. Okay. So we're still not done with it yet. All right, so the next thing, we're gonna add a couple of more layers of seasoning to it as well. All right, so we're gonna come with just a little bit of sea salt. I'm just gonna sprinkle that all over the top. Just like that. Okay. And And then we're gonna come with some smoked paprika as well. Just like that. And then we're gonna come with some Grill Mates McCormick seasoning. And this is the same seasoning, guys, that I would use if I was putting it out on the pit. So what I want to do, I'm trying to recreate that same smokehouse barbecue on your pit type flavor without putting it on the pit. All right. And like I said, I'm using the McCormick's Grill Mates, and I love the blend on it. It's actually like a maple blend. So you can smell that maple syrup, maple sugar coming out of it. Oh, this is good. And then just for a little bit more extra heat, we're gonna come with some Creole seasoning right over the top. One more flip, one more pass, and we should be good. Alright guys, welcome back. So our turkey legs are up to temperature where we want them to be. Alright, they've rested well enough. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, right before we put them into the oven, I'm going to add some liquid smoke to them. Alright, and again, that's going to help impart a lot of flavor. And I'm just going to place that right there on the bottom of the tray. Alright, because as it smokes, or as it bakes in the oven, that flavor and that smell is going to come up through there. Alright, also, we're going to add, get some out, is just a little bit some chicken stock to it as well. Again, that's going to help with the cooking process, impart a nice little flavor to it as it cooks, because that's just going to steam up on the bottom of our pan here. And that's going to help with the cooking process as well. So as they render down, they're going to cook very, very well. And those flavors of the chicken stock and the liquid smoke come together. That's going to really lend itself to this dish. All right. So like I said, I'm going to cover these with some foil. Just like this. Enough. Oh, that's all right. Got some more. Always have another roll on standby. There we go, guys. Just like that. All right. Again, these are going to go down in the oven for 2 hours, 2.5 hours at 350 degrees. All right. Started on our dirty rice. So I've already chopped up my red onions. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do up my celery. All right. So I got about 4 stalks here that I'm going to use. And we're just going to slice these down, chop these down really nice, all right, and because we're going to saute these down where we want them to be, all right. Unfortunately, guys, and don't beat me up too bad, I don't have any bell pepper, so I'm not going to be using any bell pepper in this one tonight, all right, but I think it'll still turn out fine. What you think? And again, I appreciate all the love and support that you guys show, liking and subscribing to my channel. And again, today we're doing my take on the Turkey Leg Hut's smoked and stuffed turkey legs. All right, the only difference is I'm gonna do mine in my oven. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with my dirty rice. All right, so I'm already melting down a stick of butter. All right, so So the first thing I'm gonna add to that is some nice diced red onions that we chopped up earlier. All right, I'm gonna add these, saute these down really good. All right, I'm gonna do about half of these, well, a little more than half, because I want to save these for our sauce later. I'm gonna save some for the sauce later, but I'm gonna do all my celery. Put all my celery in. Now again, I did four stalks of celery, 4 celery stalks. All right, so I'm gonna add all of that. All right, bring my heat up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start sweating and sauteing these down. All right, and again, I did unsalted butter because we're gonna really season this and try and get a lot of flavor into our dirty rice. All right, and so with our dirty rice, usually again your traditional dirty rice, you want to use like liver, and some people use like say an andouille sausage along with it as well. So for mine, I'm going to use some ground turkey. All right, so as I sweat these down and get them right where I want them to be, we're going to go ahead and start seasoning it up. All right, so the first thing we're going to come with is a little sea salt. All right, and then just a little bit of the Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. All right, we're going to add this to it as well, and that's going to add a really nice flavor profile to it throughout the dish. All right, and again, we're just going to sweat these down really, really nice. All right, guys, as this cooks down, we'll continue to build the flavors with it. All right, again, I thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. All right, thank you, Meals with Matt. Guys, so we got our vegetables sweated down really nice where we want them to be. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground turkey to it. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and brown that up in the dish as well. All right. And we're just gonna let that cook along with the vegetables and everything. Like I said, we're gonna do ground turkey instead of your traditional liver or andouille sausage or anything like that. So again, we're just gonna do some ground turkey tonight. Oh man, that's gonna look really good. It's gonna taste really good as well. Just trying to keep it a little lean, guys. Keep it a little lean. Hey family, welcome back again. So we're doing our dirty rice to stuff on our turkey legs, and it's coming across really, really, really well. It's coming out really, really, really well. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add our rice to it. So I'm doing 1 cup of rice, 1.5 cups, I'm sorry, of rice, and I'm gonna add it in just like this, and then I want to go ahead and stir it in. All right, because what I want it to do now at this point is start soaking up all that flavor from the dirty rice. All right, from the meat, from our meat mixture. All right, so our ground turkey, our seasonings, the butter. All right, it's almost like I'm toasting them really right now. All right, so I just want to get that in there just like that. Just like that. Oh my gosh. And this is a really kind of simple, straightforward way to do dirty rice. Again, I know it's, I will not disrespect the state of Louisiana or any of my Louisiana friends, New Orleans friends, anything like that, Baton Rouge, the whole state, by just doing dirty rice any other kind of way, right? But I do think that I am being respectful to y'all's recipes. Alright, the way I'm doing it. And I think I'm being good. I'm pretty sure some of the old folks will be like, alright, you're doing alright. You're doing okay. You're coming close, but you're doing okay. Alright. So we're good. We're right in there, right? Okay, so we're going to let that toast down for just a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to bring the heat up just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and add my water. Alright, so I did 1 cup of rice. So I'm going to do 2 cups of water to this. About 1.5. Just add a little more to that. We're going to bring the heat up a little bit, because now we just want it to soak up all. We want the rice to go ahead and cook. All right, and I'm going to bring it up to a nice boiling temperature, and then I'm going to cover it and just leave it alone. Just leave it alone and let nature take its course. As they say, nature take its course. But look at that. That's what you want. That's what we're shooting for right there, guys. And again, if you want to add a little bit more seasoning to it, if you want to add, say, some more of your Creole seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper, all right, you can do that here. All right, you just want to taste it. Make sure your flavor profile is right where you want it to be. All right, because what we're going to do now, because as you can see, all of this here, this is what the rice is going to soak up, and that's what's going to add and impart a lot of flavor. All right. One of the things, and I went a little heavier on the salt on this one because I used just regular water in it. I will tell you, one of the best things to impart and add a lot of flavor to your dish, your dirty rice, is using like chicken stock or chicken broth. All right. So again, we got our heat up. It's coming up to the boil where we want it to be. And once it gets there, really where I want it at, then I'm gonna cut it off, cover it, and let the heat from the water do the rest and cook my rice all the way through. All right, guys, hang out. All right, guys, so now we're gonna make our cream sauce using a white wine from Josh Cellars. Let's go. Okay, family, welcome back. So like I said, we're gonna make a white wine cream sauce for the topping on our stuffed turkey leg. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start off with is just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. All right, and it's gonna go down on our pan just like this. All right, and then we're gonna follow behind it with half a stick of salted butter. All right, we're gonna do, and as that starts to melt down, just like that. And this is a cream sauce that I made earlier in the week in another video, and I didn't add a white wine to it, so now I have a white wine that I want to use, and so we're going to add that to it. Okay, alright, so we're going to just sweat that down really nice like that. Alright, melt that butter down. Alright, so those onions that we had left over, we're going to go ahead and add those to this now. Start to saute those. Get those really nice where we want those to be at. And we're going to season this, and we're going to go for a nice, not too much of a really hot flavor profile with this one. All right, but we do want it to have a lot of flavor, some boldness to it. All right, so we're going to add some cream to it as well. All right, but right now we just want to sweat down these onions and saute those up really well. Okay, we got our onions sweating down really nice, right where we want them to be. So we're going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of flour to this, and we're going to go ahead and start to build our roux. All right, we just want to stir this. All right, and we just want to cook it enough so that we get that flour taste up out of it, right? Just like that. Coming through very nice. And we're just gonna whisk it. All right, we want to use our whisk because I want to break it down and make sure I get it all broken down and get it all incorporated into my dish as we build the base for our sauce right now. All right, just like that. All right, so I've already went ahead and did some lemons. So just like we did last week, I'm going to go ahead and I did some fresh squeezed lemons. So I'm going to add the lemon juice to this now. Alright. Just like that. I'm going to let that start to blend in. Those flavors come together in that, like that. And then while it's doing that as well, we're going to go ahead and add our minced garlic. And I'm going to do about a whole teaspoon teaspoon, let's do a teaspoon and a half of garlic into that. All right, and we're gonna whisk that in as well. So now we have our lemons, we have the garlic already in there as well, and our butter, and that's coming in really nice. So at this point, and it's starting to really thicken up where we want it, just like that. Oh, that's looking good. Oh, that's looking really good. So now we can add our white wine. And again, we're using a white wine from Josh Cellars. And that is smelling phenomenal, guys. And this one is more of like a rosé. Alright. This is really where we want it to be. And I did about 2 ounces, a little shorter than a glass of wine. Alright. But I do want that bold flavor of the wine and the lemon to come through in this sauce. Alright, we're going to bring this up a little more. Just like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and season it up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do our sea salt. Some black pepper. And then of course a little bit of Creole seasoning as well. And again, I'm always using Tony Satchins. I love the flavor profile that it brings to a dish. And that's what we're going to use tonight. Alright. Then we're going to bring this up a little more. The sauce starts to thicken up a little more. Just like that. Oh, that's beautiful. Wine that we put in, we're going to go ahead and add our cream. I'm just going to bring it up to a nice high simmer. And we're just going to give this a nice stir like this. And you can go ahead and see, as you can see, it's starting to thicken up really beautifully. And this sauce, guys, you can use it for like a pasta. If you want to, like I did last week, you can add a little shrimp to it. It's a great sauce. It's a great base for a sauce. If you would like to add some cheese to it, like a Romano, a Nasiago, that would be great. But we just want to add that sauce to it, just like that. And this is a great base to start out. And again, guys, this is what we're gonna top. We're gonna top our stuffed turkey legs. And while we're at it, I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon. I want to zest a little lemon on that. That's going to be amazing. Alright, guys. Yes. Alright, guys, so welcome back. So we're getting ready to go ahead and do our daiquiri for tonight. And we're going to use, again, Ciroc Summer Citrus. And so we're going to make a strawberry and mango frozen daiquiri. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we already got our blender iced down. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add our mango daiquiri mixer. Alright, and again, we're using Master Mixers mango mix. So we're going to add, I'm going to say about 2 ounces to that. Alright, got our ice in. Alright, then we're going to follow behind that with some orange juice. this a nice little shake. And the orange juice that I'm using is just, you know, any orange juice you have. All right. Again, if you want to go with the seeds or no pulp, I mean. All right. So we're gonna do about a ½ ounce on the orange juice. All right. Then we're gonna follow behind that again with our Ricardo coconut rum. All right. It's gonna add a real nice flavor profile to it. Again, a good friend of mine sent me this all the way from Jamaica. All right, so we're gonna do about 2 ounces in that. Oh, my fact, well, there we go. Just gonna finish the bottle. All right, and then of course our Ciroc Summer Citrus. All right, and we're gonna do about an ounce, ounce and a half with that as well. All right. Give this a nice blend. Awesome. All right. So let's go ahead. Pour this up. Oh, nice. And I like mine kind of like a smoothie. I don't like it. I don't want it to leave it too icy on the backside. Just like that. All right. And then of course a nice garnish. Orange garnish. I'm gonna put a nice orange wheel on it. Just cut that in half like that. A nice summery drink to go with our meal. There we have it, guys. Ciroc Summer Citrus Frozen Daiquiri. Tastes just like Texas. Welcome back. So our turkey legs are done. They're out of the oven. And again, I wanted to do my take on turkey leg huts, smoked and stuffed turkey legs with dirty rice. All right. So let's first take a look at our turkey legs. All right. And again, we did these in our oven. We did a brine yesterday. All right, and look at that. Look how beautiful that is. We brined them yesterday, all right, and they went down overnight for about almost 12 hours in our brine to get to lock in all those flavors and juices, all right. And then, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna cut this right along the top, and you can just see how my knife is falling through that, and look how tender that is. All right, guys, and I'm gonna just open this up so that we can stuff it. And oh my God, this is smoking hot. Smoking hot. But we can just see, look how that's just falling off the bone. Look at that. That's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. And again, I love them. Every time I can make my way down to Houston, I go right there to the turkey leg hut, and I will stand in that long line. Like I said, they have created a culinary masterpiece and work of art with their stuffed turkey legs, and I just wanted to pay homage to that. All right, so there's my turkey leg. All right, so now let's go ahead and add the dirty rice. All right, and I did my dirty rice with some ground turkey as well. All right, and we're just gonna pile that on just like that. Just like that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. I did ground turkey with mine. Again, you're welcome to do yours any type of way. Oh man, I'm gonna try to keep the plates as clean as possible. Oh, that's just so beautiful, guys. And I love the smell and the aroma that's coming out of that. They really inspired me on tonight's dish. Oh man. All right, and then of course we did a white wine cream sauce with it. All right. We did some lemons, fresh lemon juice, some lemon zest. All right, some nice heavy cream. All right. And we just want to spoon that right over the top. Just like that. Oh my gosh. Be very generous with this. Be very, very generous with this. Again, we did a nice white wine sauce, the onions and the garlic, some butter, nice heavy cream. And there we go, guys. Oh man, that's a beautiful plate. It's a very beautiful plate. Let's garnish it a little bit. Nice parsley right over the top. And then of course our cocktail for the evening, a frozen mango and orange daiquiri. That goes right along with it. There we go, guys. Another beautiful meal tonight. We did a smoked and smothered turkey leg with dirty rice and a white cream sauce, white wine cream sauce, with our cocktail, our orange and mango frozen daiquiri. Again, we thank you so much, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, Meals with Matt. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here's the part that everybody loves, is when we get to finally taste test the meal. All right, and again, we did my take on the Turkey Leg Hutch smoked and smothered turkey legs. So, but of course, we did ours over in the oven. I didn't put them out on the pit. I did everything in the oven, and then of course I made a dirty rice and then a white wine cream sauce to go right over the top. All right, so of course let's go through the taste test of it. All right, so first let's start with the dirty rice. And again, that white wine cream sauce, I think it just adds another extra layer of flavor to the meal. All right, so let's give it a taste with the dirty rice. Oh yeah. And then the wine that I used, yes, I used a Josh Cellars, and it was more of a Roscato or a Rosé. A Rosé. Very good wine. It stands alone on its own, but it paired very well with the dish. All right, even as you cook it in through the dish, so with your sauce. But yes, if you want to use a nice white wine sauce, a white wine for your sauce, go right ahead. That's the one that I chose to use. All right. That's good. All right. So let's try this turkey. And again, we brined it overnight. Put it in a brine overnight. And I'm gonna post a recipe for the brine in my down in the comment section, so you'll have that. All right. But you see that turkey just is pulling right apart from the bone, even in the oven. Low and slow, guys, is always key. That's how we do Texas barbecue. Low and slow, and it'll stay juicy. It'll stay right where you want it as you cook your meals. All right. Oh, this is good. This is so good. So good. The flavor, I would tell you, brining your meat prior to will always make the difference, because you're able to impart so much more flavor into your meal. Oh, that's good, guys. That's so good. I would tell you, being from Texas, a native Texan, born and raised there, going to Houston, going to the Turkey Leg Hut. Some of my best years growing up was right there in Prairie View A&M University, and to see those guys over there doing that thing at the Turkey Leg Hut is amazing. So I just want to pay homage to them. Thank you. Oh man, so good. And then of course our daiquiri we did tonight. So we did a frozen orange and mango daiquiri. And of course we used the Ciroc summer citrus with it. Last time I did one earlier in the week, my last video, and I floated some Hennessy on the top of it. And I just kind of wanted to chill out from that, I guess. So I just did this one. But this, again, very good drink, very summery type drink. Something pairs very well with this meal because it has a lot of heat, a lot of salt in it. Has a lot of salty flavors, I'll say. But the summer citrus helps to really kind of contrast that and kind of bring it back down. All right. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Again, Meals with Mac. You guys enjoy your weekend. Best is yet to come.